Are there other things at play here beyond the impact factor of a journal? Well, of course. Just because a paper is in Nature doesn't necessarily mean that it's got striking novelty for you. But of course, if we want our own work to be impactful, we do want to think about originality. Is the work that you're conducting new, radical, original, creative? How relevant is your idea? How relevant is your research question to those within your research field, outside of your research field? How relevant is your work to wider society or medical practice? The most relevant work is the most impactful. So consider who you want to influence. Who do you want your work to be important for? Those things are all very well and nice, but also other researchers, others using your work, such as those in clinical practice, need to be able to trust your findings. How can you establish trust? Well, we want to make sure that we produce and collect reliable data. How do we collect reliable data? Well, we want to be using the most appropriate techniques and methods and research designs. So we really need to plan things carefully. We do want to make sure that before we start our study, we have a good idea of what we're aiming to achieve, what we plan to do, the different components of a study, the techniques and protocols we plan to use, who's going to be involved, and perhaps how the research is even going to be funded. Having a good idea of your plan will help increase efficiency, productivity, but it helps you establish how you're going to collect that data in a way that's robust and reusable in future studies. All of this will help establish confidence within your team, but also from other people when it comes to publishing your work. It's more likely that you'll have that data in place ready for publication. All of this will help establish the reputation of your study, yourself as a researcher, and your research team. So we really want to be careful about careful planning, because if we don't plan ahead effectively, we may come across unexpected issues. How do you feel about science planning? Do things often go to plan or not? During my research career, I certainly found most things didn't go to plan. Most exciting experiments that I wanted to be successful simply didn't work. I was always optimistic, but as scientists, as medical professionals, we have to face failure again and again and again. We do want to make sure that we can avoid as much failure as we can. We do want to try and avoid those failed experiments. We do want to make sure that we avoid being rejected from journals again and again and again, because this will all lead to frustration and ultimately demotivation. Careful planning helps circumvent these issues as much as we can. So today, I want to be looking at some ways that you can help plan effectively for